back everyone to today's video. Today we are going to show you how to be a PvP god at MFF. So, to start things off, we are going to fight against ourselves. That's right. When you are in an alliance, you can fight against yourself in a friendly match. That's kind of creepy, I know, but yes, you can do that. So, let's switch just right to that. Alright? And first of all, I'd like to say that I'm in a decent team. I'm not the best team possible, but I'm in a decent, very basic team. This is the kind of team most players have without being paid. Level 80 Hulk, level 76 Spidey, and 80 Iron Man. Now, the one thing you would notice is that I'm playing against myself, which means that the characters are absolutely the same, but they have more HP than me and they have more better stats than me. Why is that? So the reason why that is, I don't know. Alright, the bots are self-buffing and they buff the enemies you face on their own. And I would guess this is because of the rank bonus that they're receiving, but I'm not receiving. And I got beaten very brutally. So, step number 1 is going to be adapt. How can I adapt to my own team? I gave my Hulk more HP by Man-Thing support lead, which gives 30% HP and debuff duration by 20 or 30%, I believe. And now my Hulk is a lot more tankier, and Hulk does damage based on his max HP, which means he's going to one-shot Spider-Man just like that. Exactly. And now I don't have my 4th skill, which does the damage, so I'm going to switch to my Man-Thing and let Man-Thing die, because Man-Thing does not matter to me. What matters is the win, and the win will be given to me if I can charge up my skills of Hulk, which is the main DPS here. Obviously I have 2 DPS here, which is ideal. Normally you can only have 1 DPS, 1 leader and 1 support, but it's very good if you have 1 leader only, which also is a support. Alright, so by 1 adaptation and nothing, both of the runs went on auto, I won. Now the second tip is don't include characters which are good, which are the best, but those are not good for PvP. For example, Thor. Alright, Thor is not that good for PvP, and nor is Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen is definitely good, but not very good. Spider-Gwen is good for otherworld battle. Now I'm going to switch back to this very basic team that everyone has. Everyone for some reason have all of these characters to tier 3 because they're the original trilogy of Avengers. I'll show you how much of a difference there is. I'm going to play against the same team, myself. And I get absolutely wrecked. Thor gets wrecked and Captain gets wrecked. To be fair, Captain does not have the legendary uniform in his account. But yeah, he does get wrecked and Iron Man gets wrecked. Very good. So see that not every character, doesn't matter if he's tanky or not. For example, my Thor has like 20 Odin's Blessings, he has a multi CTP, and still he's not doing much damage. Now let's switch back to the original characters. Alright. And because otherwise the timeline battle will get shifted. And now let's change these characters here a little bit. As you can see that Man-Thing's lead and Hulk's. I'll show you why Hulk skills, everything has 54% of HP, which basically means Hulk will deal damage based on his HP. So if Hulk has 100,000 HP, he will do 55,000 damage. If he has say 700,000 HP, he will do 55% of that, which is like 3,500, something like that. Yeah, 35,000 damage. And so you want to increase Hulk's HP, not his attack, not his skill cooldown, nothing. Only HP, and HP should be your primary focus. Alright, I have CTP of Rage, which is not the best actually, I'll show you. CTP of Regeneration is best because it boosts his HP and gives him card breakability. That's very basic. Yeah, that's why it's much popular, because more the HP, more you're going to be better. Alright. I am not going to change it. I'm not going to change it because the baseline stats of Hulk are very tanky, which means that Hulk is very good on his own. Alright. The third tip is actually autoplay cancellation, which means you do not autoplay. You keep the autoplay on, but you control the character yourself. Which means, okay, I could not tap the 4th skill. I was looking guard broken like crazy. But now I'm playing with my own. Alright. And I'm wrecking the other Spider-Man. As you can see, it might not be visible. Yeah, I killed him. And now let's try switch. Let's switch because I need my skills charged. And now I'll wreck the other Hulk, because it's always easier to fight against a bot when you know all the combos. Autoplay rotation does not follow any rules. Autoplay rotation does not have any combos given. And so by playing manually, I can do all the combos and deal much more damage. It's like night-day difference by playing in manual if we compare the both against autoplay. And just for comparison, I'll show you the same team, but I'm not going to touch the screen this time, which means that this is going to be an autoplay fight. So you just saw that with the same characters I beat the team the other time around, but this time let's see what happens. This time autoplay is getting card broken like crazy. He's getting freezed, and okay, I did manage to get some things right, but now I'm going to die. Oh wow, that's actually okay. I died. I died by Iron Man. And now let's see if autoplay. Man-Thing is just standing there. Like, what is Man-Thing doing? Man-Thing is just standing there, like on autoplay. Man-Thing can easily kill 80 Iron Man. Maybe not in Model Nil, but back to basics he can definitely kill. Yeah, Man-Thing is very tanky and good in PvP. Now another thing is leaders. Alright. Ancient One is a very good leader, of course. She gives like 45%. You don't need her uniform because it's just only 5% increase of passives are all the same. You don't need the passives, they don't apply to the allies. Only it's like 5% extra boost. And the other skills don't apply to the allies, so you can totally work with this free 500,000 gold coin costing uniform. So let's set this team. I'm just going to get Iron Man, I guess. To be more specific, I'm going to give him Coulson. So I'll just show you what Coulson does. Coulson's tier 2 passive is guaranteed crit rate and some damage dealt to characters. Alright. So this basically means that this team is centered all around Iron Man. And now I'm going to show you another passive, which is Scarlet Spider. If you want a team solely based on spider characters, then you should have Scarlet Spider, because they would give an excellent crazy boost. So now let's get another team with only Scarlet Spider and Spider-Gwen. None of the spider characters are actually good leaders. But anyways, so this is a team solely based on speed characters. This kind of teams are not very good. I'll show you just now why. You should have at most only one spider character, speed character, any speed character or spider character in your team. I'll show you just why. So I got wrecked. I got wrecked again. And for the last time, maybe I'll win this. Okay, yes, maybe I can win this. No, Hulk will defeat me. Okay, Hulk one taps me. Hulk one taps me. Yeah, that's that. And now let's try a solo team, which means the team is completely focused on Iron Man. If something happens to Iron Man, the entire team dies. This is not very ideal. Okay. Now all of Iron Man's skills are charged, but of course, he stands no chance. And of course, Ancient One dies. Right. So, see, none of those two teams are very good. And you saw the reason. Do not set teams which are not good. Do not set teams solely based on one skill type. Like, only 3 combat characters, 3 blast characters, 3 speed characters. Because then you get 60% damage reduction. And some might have 60% damage increase on you. So these kind of teams are not very good. And also a solo based team like Iron Man only. Iron Man may be tankier than before, but Iron Man is not enough to deal with Hulk, deal with Spider-Man, deal with Jean Grey, Sentry, characters like that. And if you get even higher levels, then there will be Silver Surfer and Wolverine and maybe even Adam Warlock. So yeah. And another thing, the last thing that I'm going to show in this video is, this was very difficult to shoot, so please get a subscribe for this. I'm going to get 2 of my accounts, alt account and my own account, and I'm going to test both of them. This time I'm just going to switch off all my uniforms, so it means no uniforms. And I'm going to set a team with, I guess, Iron Man, Moon Knight, and I guess Loki can stay. Or maybe I get Spider-Gwen. I can switch up Spider-Gwen's uniform too, unequip. Alright, let's just unequip Spider-Gwen's uniform so that we can do a very honest comparison. This is the 3 characters that everyone has, and I'll show you who can last better. Of course, none of the characters are going to last better, only in level 70 or 80, but I'll show you. Now this is another one of my accounts, and I am getting level 70 Iron Man, level 70 Loki, and level 70 Moon Knight. Sorry, Spider-Gwen. And I just give Loki, it's almost the same thing. So these are level 70 characters, unlike level 80 non-uniformed characters. So these are uniformed, but they are level 70. As compared to level 80 non-uniformed characters, which I'm going to test after this. So let's see who can last longer against my main team. So, starting off here, Moon Knight against Spider-Man. He's going to get 1 shot. Actually, he gets 3 shots. And then Loki is going to stay for a long time. Yeah. His skills have iframe. Okay. And now Spider-Gwen dies, I believe. Yeah, Spider-Gwen dies. Yeah, alright. So it's 438, which means it's almost like so it takes 22 seconds for this team to clear. Now I'm going to try level 80 characters without uniform. Let's see who does better. Can level beat uniforms? Let's see, it's level 80 Iron Man, so it's much stronger than the Iron Man before. He gets 1 shot. Nice. This is level 80 Spider-Gwen. Gets 1 shot. This is also alright. So it's 51, which was 9 seconds. So it's 9 seconds versus 22 seconds. Which means that indefinitely better to have uniformed characters. As you can see, I'm equipping back all the uniforms. It's indefinitely better. And to have characters like this, characters like Iris, Hulk, it's almost the same thing to have Titan Hulk and regular Hulk, because it's the same almost regards to passives. The passives are all the same, it's just our skills and damage regarding the skills, which is just a little bit more, so it's a small upgrade. Of course, you should get the latest uniform if you have the choice to, if you don't have any uniforms for Hulk, but if you have the Fear itself uniform, you should definitely keep it. There is no need to upgrade, it's almost the same thing. So here is a quick summary of everything you need to know. We have to adjust to specific tips for type advantages and other factors. For example, She-Hulk has specific buff against male characters, so she deals more damage to male characters. So I'm not saying you should play with She-Hulk, but this is a thing you should have to keep in mind. Next tip is PvP oriented builds. For example, you have to have specific CTPs which work the best. For example, for some characters Rage works, some characters of Authority works, some characters work best with Mighty Regen, and Urus also. Some characters like Hulk work best when you give them lots of HP, because HP converts to damage. So this is have to keep in mind. And ideally you also have to use latest uniform characters. If you don't have the latest uniform, but it's always mostly as good as the other uniform, latest uniform, then it's alright, fine. The next tip is 3 type character teams work best, which means you 1 combat type, 1 speed type, and 1 blast type. If you don't have best of the best 3 types of characters, then universal types are also fine, but they only have like 15% to each, so it's not that a big of a deal. And next is avoid non-DPS characters, for example Thor, etc, etc. They are not good. It does not matter if you love Thor, it does not matter how overpowered Thor is shown in the movies, but Thor sucks as a PvP character mainly, even in misleading uniform as you just saw. So except supports, you should not use any non-DPS characters. Supports like Shuri in Wakanda Forever, Black Panther uniform is still kinda DPS, but other characters like Emma Frost is not DPS, so yeah, they are fine when they are supports. And the last tip is you have to play manually, which means you have to turn off the autoplay and play manually, because it's much better and gets more results. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.